So Mac Jones talked to reporters down at Gillette after Patriots practice yesterday, and he was asked, what was the specific question here? Do we have it in here, Ryan?
Mac, what do you feel like you guys do well as an offense?
Yeah, I think we have guys that play together, which is important. We play for one another, and when we do that and everyone does their job, then we can do whatever we want. We got to be able to, like I always say, run whatever plays, whenever, however we want to run them, and that's the job as players, and we can do a better job of that, and we're just striving for that every day in practice, is being able to run it when we want to run it, being able to play action when we want to play action, throw when we want to throw, just be able to dictate whatever we want to do on our terms, and that's important as an offense, and obviously be aggressive and attack and score points. I think that's what we need to improve on, and that comes with not focusing on scoring points. You kind of have to, all right, this is the play, execute the play, and don't put a result on it. Just do the best you can, and if I'm supposed to throw it here, throw it there as best I can. And then eventually you have 7-8 plays, you get closer to the end zone, and when you get down there, it's the same thing. A play is a play, regardless of third down, red zone, doesn't matter. So that's the biggest thing that we're working on right now is.
Well, the last part I agree with. Don't focus on getting a touchdown with the play that you're calling. Just
maybe they should focus on
Wait,
getting a touchdown.
Wait. I
don't think so.
Okay, explain.
Well, I know. I
Christian,
heard what he was saying. I was like, yeah.
Can you translate this for
Well,
us? Because
I
I
mean-
think we're all feeling like it's a little goofy.
Points. I think that's what we need to improve on, and that comes with not focusing on scoring points.
Yeah, spoken from a quarterback who can't score points. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe you should sit there and
No,
go.
maybe
can
give
you
that a
translate this?
Well, listen. There's part of this that even in the best case scenario, like, listen, let's not worry about the outcome. Let's just run the play. It'll take care of itself. That's me translating it. But stop focusing on like getting 6 points. If you just execute it right, like we'll get 6 points. So just catch it, and then all the good things will happen. But to Arkam's point, it is kind of funny. Maybe this is the area where they should flip it. I know what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna do something different this week against the Cardinals. Instead of just let's all think that we're going to score touchdowns, and then maybe they'll will it to existence.
They're like,
Let's do it that way.
touchdowns.
Yeah,
All
guys,
right.
this play is a touchdown play. No, it isn't. It is today.
Put it on your
is.
vision board.
Yes.
Exactly. I was
What do
just
you have on your
thinking
vision?
that.
A
Okay,
convertible.
So do you,
I have a touchdown.
end
Everybody put end zone on your vision board.
do you think they just come into the locker room?
Yeah.
The whole offensive side of the team just has vision boards. They've been doing arts and crafts with like a bunch of magazines on the floor, and they're like,
I would make for
I am.
Trent Brown. What would Trent Brown have on his vision board? What would he have?
3 women and a sandwich.
In a sandwich? 3 women in a sandwich. And no scale, right?
I was going to say like one of those big pieces of meat like the Flintstones.
Yeah. Like,
The
yeah.
one that tilted Fred
Yeah.
Flintstone's car.
Yeah,
Knock his car off.
Just a big rib.
Yeah.
Like
That's on his vision board.
I can't even say like Cole Strange, his vision board would have like what?
Just David Andrews.
It'd just be
Well-
in bubble letters, right? Like you'd have this little bubble thing over his head.
This is my paw,
Yeah, I just want my dad back.
and I trust
I
him.
feel so safe next to you.
It's just a picture of Cole Strange, but he weighs 30 pounds more than he weighs right
Yeah,
now.
because everyone
Oh,
says he's
that's true.
skinny. He's too skinny.
No, he just has a picture of Trent Brown. On
Yeah,
there.
that's my goal, to be 500 pounds and not be able to get off the
Doesn't
ground.
the stuff that Mac is saying sound like the stuff that you say in like minicamp? Don't worry about the outcome of the play, and we're just trying to do these things. It sounds like he's talking about very basic, elementary stuff, and we're in week 14 of the season.
know.
Like that's, what I mean. That's what stuck out to me the most.
I know. You're right.
It sounds to me like coaching points from a coach who has no idea what they're doing. It really does. Yeah. I've had coaches like this before where everything is going haywire with your team, and I'm sure you guys have been in this position at one time or another. And what they say to you, hey guys, you're all so uptight. You're in your heads too much. Just go out and play. You guys have been playing this game since you were little kids.
Yeah.
Just go out and play. And
Spoken
it's
like
like
a true loser.
How about you coach us?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean just go out and play? How about you draw up a play for us, coach? Just go out and play. What do you think we're doing?
You know the guy that the guy that tells you to don't focus, that preaches don't focus on the results, is the guy that never gets results. The guy that says don't focus on results is the guy that never achieves anything. Like that's that guy. The guy that is used to succeeding and scoring and having a lot of production is the guy that says, why are you setting the bar so freaking low? Like, dude, we want points. We want yards. We want catches. Like, what are we doing? Don't worry about how it ends,
Score
guys.
points. I think that's what we need to improve on.
That's-
That comes with not focusing on scoring points.
You know what it kind of feels like?
That's what you call dumbing it down.
when like you're single or you have a single friend and everyone says like, hey, when you stop focusing on dating,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
when it
God.
always happens.
That's when you'll meet your someone.
That's when you meet someone.
Oh, no.
If you focus on
Yeah.
it too hard, it's not going to happen. You're going to force it.
Yeah, stop swiping right. Just let it come to you.
And that person's like, F off.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm not
It
going
is
to
funny.
focus on it.
There's so many aspects of this whole year when you go back to the beginning, when you talk about like when did we first hear the whole focus on the results aspect of it? Like, was that a coach or was that Bill? Like didn't Bill say something in regards to, it's not always about the results or something like that? It's forget about, like, it's just all about the journey.
Good plays aren't all good plays.
It's
That's what it was. It was the process. It was the process.
It was all training camp.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like, it's like some plays are good plays. It's like there was this. I'm not going to say it. Give me another word for gaslighting, please. Give me another word.
Deflection?
Gaslighting is so much better. No.
You're obsessed with it.
It's all encompassing. You know exactly what I mean. I don't have to say anything else other than gaslighting.
Manipulating.
Gaslighting's better.
Okay.
But I like your effort. I like the good try.
This is like the
Good
one
effort.
time that you heard gather point with Giannis,
That's right.
and you talked about the gather
That's right.
point
The gather
through
point.
the NBA
Yeah,
Finals.
that's
It
right.
was months of gather point.
Hey, it was an important aspect of the series. The gather point with Giannis. It's like the 3-point line.
So ridiculous.
That was Scal that did that to
come on,
me.
like, so where's his gather point at?
Yeah. After this game, was his gather point better or worse? So with Mac, do we have any more Mac, by the way? Before I keep...
We have something I want to get you real
Okay,
quick.
good.
Arcan, you brought this up. Projections about Mac this year. So can you tee this up for us?
Yeah, so I just happened to be looking at Mac's projections because, on the ESPN page every week when they get their stats, they project what it's going to finish at. And Mac's projections have actually gotten better. They were a lot worse a couple weeks ago. They've gotten a little bit better. He's projected to finish 68% completion percentage, 2,781 yards, 10 touchdowns, 10 picks, and an 87 rating, which isn't great, but it's better than what it was, 3 weeks ago. It was a mess. I looked that up to see if this was as close as I thought it was to Cam Newton in 2020. And listen to this. Cam Newton, 2,657 yards, 8 touchdowns, 10 picks, and an 83 rating. That's not far off from what Mac's projected for this year if he continues at this pace that he's on, which in summation tells you that this team, be it through the coaching staff or the new offense or whatever, has turned a rookie Pro Bowler who had 22 and 13, whatever it was last year, and turned him into 2020 Cam Newton in the space of one offseason. Like, that's kind of amazing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a substantial drop-off.
And so when people will use this stat, they will try to, like, mock Mac and be like, look, I mean, he's like Cam Newton. I would say Cam Newton had Mac's support, Mac's effort, and just everything was like they got everything out of him that year.
Newton also rushed for a bunch of
Maximum
touchdowns
is what you're
that
saying.
year.
You're
just
not
to say,
saying the
yeah.
support that Mac gets right now.
No, this is all Cam Newton.
Maximum
So
support.
the highest level possible for Cam Newton that year was achieved with Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels. Last year, same with as a rookie, right? That was the best you could possibly imagine with Mac Jones. And obviously, everybody leaves, things go haywire, and this is what you get. If Cam Newton was the quarterback right now with this group, well, they'd only run him. They'd run him into the ground. It would be run. Occasionally, it would be like Tennessee's offense is what it would be. We're just going to run the football all the time. Either we're going to hand it to Stevenson or we're going to give it to Cam. That's all it would be. That's safe. Like, that's like, okay, you're going to blitz us? We're just going to run into the blitz. Screen, maybe the occasional slip
Yeah,
screen.
except for all those times when he carried it like a loaf of bread and fumbled it.
Well, that would be the Seattle
it
game.
over.
Oh, was that the Seattle game? No,
Buffalo
that was
game,
the
I
Buffalo
think.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle, he got stopped at the one.
He didn't
Buffalo,
he do it in a
coughed it up.
Dolphins game as well?
Maybe, but
thought
the ones
there
I
were
remember were maybe he did a lot. Like the Buffalo game, he definitely fumbled in that one. And
Buffalo
then-
game, he blew it at the end of the game. I remember that.
That
Yes,
was on him.
That was very clear. I might be thinking of that instead of the Dolphins.